the Honor 30 Pro Plus is the greatest and best Honor phone to date, in some measure on paper, sitting at the highest point of the three-phone Honor 30 territory. It's not authoritatively accessible in the UK, where the organization is for the most part focusing on financial plan phones and those couple of gadgets it can sell that actually have Google support heated in. Yet, on the off chance that you wouldn't fret bringing in the handset, also in existence without the huge G then, at that point, there's a ton to like here, particularly in the strong camera arrangement. Design and build. Honor has, generally, stayed away from anything freakish, with the design of the Honor 30 Pro Plus, which fits serenely into the setup of 2020 premium leader phones. We should clear that for the most part up. The 30 Pro Plus comes in 3 completions. I've explored the 12 PM dark model, with matches a shiny, intelligent dark kit done with gold specifying around the camera. If you prefer something flashier, there's an emerald green model, however the genuine eye-catcher is the titanium silver model. Not due to the variety, but since this rendition says Honor directly down the rear of the phone in monster letters. I am not a fan. Past that problematic tasteful decision, the 30 Pro Plus is the very kind of premium glass and metal section you'd anticipate. The 6.57 and is liberally bended at the edges, with genuinely thin bezels and a two-fold selfie camera pattern. Glass covers the rear of the phone as well, where you'll likewise find the back quad camera exhibit in a now recognizable domino pattern in the upper left corner. It's a long way from flush with the body, however doesn't extend out similar to on some opponent gadgets. At 190 grams and 8.4 millimeters slight, the 30 Pro Plus is agreeable, yet at the same time has sufficient heave to feel reassuringly premium, and I've been intrigued by the build quality. I wish the edges were somewhat more adjusted, however past that there's truly little to gripe about. You get IP54 water opposition, and generally there's a USB-C port, an IR blaster, and sound system speakers, yet no headphone jack. Except if you select the Honor wielded silver choice. The 30 Pro Plus won't stand apart a lot based on looks alone, however it's a smooth, clean gadget that can stand its ground in the current year's yield of leads. Display. At just shy of 6.6 in the display on the 30 Pro Plus is practically dainty by 2020 guidelines, however that expresses more about different phones than it does about this one. It's as yet a major, wonderful OLED board that packs in a full HD plus goal with a thin 95:9 perspective proportion. You get a 90 Hz refresh rate, which is probably higher than your ongoing gadget, however not up there with the 120 Hz and 144 Hz boards at the highest point of the game at this moment. Still, for most 90 Hz is even all that anyone could need of a leap from standard 60 Hz displays, offering smooth looking over and quicker streaming liveliness that essentially cause the phone to feel more responsive and tremendously wonderful to utilize. The board bends at the edges, however not to the outrageous degree found in the Cascade boards that parent organization Huawei has begun remembering for its own leaders. Taking everything into account, that is a gift, however. This finds some kind of harmony among structure and capability, staying away from the difficulties that accompany more forceful shape, specs, and performance. Here's one region where there are actually no compromises in the Honor 30 Pro Plus. It's controlled by the Kirin 995G, which at the hour of composing is the most remarkable chipset from Huawei up to this point. In my central processor benchmarking, it fell a little behind the Snapdragon 865 found in numerous Android rivals, yet just barely. And in illustrations tests it conveyed comparative performance to identical Snapdragon phones, however lingered gravely behind in several particular tests. It comes matched with 8 GB of RAM and 256 GB of storage by standard. There are 12 GB RAM models kicking about, however I can't track down any available to be purchased at the present time. Camera. Photography has for quite some time been one of Huawei's areas of strength for Honor, and the equivalent is extensively obvious here. On the back, the Honor 30 Pro Plus packs in 4 camera focal points, a 50MP f divided by 1.9 RYYB principal focal point, a 16MP ultra-wide, a 8-megapixel 5x periscope long-range focal point, and a 2MP profundity sensor. The fundamental focal point, a similar one found on the Huawei P40 Pro and P40 Pro Plus, clearly you'll utilize most, and it takes care of business. Photographs are fresh, distinctive, and nitty-gritty, with dynamic, accurate varieties, and great outcomes even in different and testing lighting conditions. The camera application's computer-based intelligence photography mode will give a valiant effort to tune the variety settings to the scene and current lighting, yet it merits messing about. I will quite often favor the shots I get with the computer-based intelligence mode handicapped, as it frequently oversaturates variety, and you may as well. One way or the other, shots slant towards web-based entertainment as opposed to the real world, with have a punchy finish that is prepared to toss straight onto Instagram with negligible alters. However, on the off chance that you favor the underexpressed impact, This may not be an ideal shooter for you. The phone's night mode is respectable, however left me a little disappointed. It experiences a comparable problem to different phones pursuing night mode gains. It takes out an excellent measure of detail from inky dark scenes, however at the expense of variety exactness, with the sky specifically frequently turning an unnatural shade of blue or green as the phone attempts to get a handle on the obscurity. The 2-megapixel profundity sensor kicks in to assist with a lot more grounded representation mode, be that as it may, with a practical-looking bokeh and probably the best edge recognition I've seen at this point, effectively catching even individual hairs in my test shots. The wide point justifiably loses some detail, and varieties will generally be somewhat more muffled, which, once more, you could really like. Concerning the facts, it goes up to 50x zoom, yet you'll come by the best outcomes up to 10x. At these settings, it truly is great, with incredible detail catch. However, you will start to truly see the varieties pull separated from the fundamental camera, with pictures looking substantially less clear straight out of the camera application. I actually don't believe that these enormous long-range focal points make a difference to the vast majority. However, in the event that you realize you need one, this finishes the work well. Software. Software is dependably the obvious issue at hand with a cutting-edge Huawei or Honor phone. Since the organization was added to the US Element Show, it's been restricted from exchanging with most US organizations. And that implies phones like this can't utilize Google Versatile Administration. The 30 Pro Plus actually runs Android, with Android 10 and Honor's Sorcery UI 3 included out of the container, yet you can't get to the Google Play Store. That implies no Google applications, yet additionally obstructs you from getting to some outsider applications you might depend on. Battery and charging. I wouldn't precisely call battery duration the 30 Pro Plus's greatest strength, yet it's not exactly a point of weakness by the same token. It's simply fine. The 4000 mAh cell is at the below of normal, and that confirms in our battery benchmarks, where a 10-hour PC mark results puts the 30 Pro Plus squarely in the center of the pack. Charging areas of strength for is, with 40-watt wired energizing fixing the battery by a thick 70% in 30 minutes. 27-watt remote charging will be nearly as quick in the event that you can get your hands on a viable charger, yet it will likewise charge off the more slow Qi standard. 5-watt converse remote charging is incorporated as well if you need to charge headphones from the phone. In everyday utilization, I found the phone serenely endured a day, which is the main thing. Yet that accompanies one major proviso: I generally hefted a second phone around with me, facilitating the stress on the Honor's battery. Finally, thanks for watching this video. See you again next time.